Bleacher Report. Obviously, the Detroit Lions schedule just came out. We look at all of the NFL schedules dropped yesterday, and I think Lions fans were really scared of the Detroit Lions. And not like, oh, you were scared. Like, rightfully so. You should have been scared when you saw the Detroit Lions road opponents. But after the schedule dropped, I think the tensions were eased a little bit. At least they were for me, because it looked a lot worse when you just saw the opponents compared to when the schedule was spaced out, because I thought you had a lot of different spots of reprieve in that schedule, and we're going to get into that later, but Bleacher Report disagrees. Bleacher Report put out there that the Detroit Lions are going to go 9-8 this season.
Oh, it's interesting.
I saw the graph. Did you read the actual article?
No, I did not.
I guess I'd like to know the reason. I mean, I heard a couple places too. Like ESPN dropped one. I forgot who was covering that specific segment about the NFC North, but they had picked the Vikings, and the other person picked the Packers. I'm just like, what fucking world are we in right now?
Yep.
Acknowledge me!
I mean, I'm just saying, what fucking world? We just swept the goddamn division with half a team.
Yeah.
Like, we're beating them for sure.
15 wins.
JJ McCarthy, this is his first year starting in the NFL. You got him winning the fucking division?
Yep.
By the way, they play the AFC North too, by the way.
See,
blows
again,
my mind. But I'm with you on the schedule looking scary beforehand because you didn't know when those road games were coming. At Baltimore late this season.
Cincy,
late this season.
and
I don't want none of that.
Yeah. Baltimore, Cincy, and Kansas City, knocking those out early is huge. Huge. But
even if we take the L, fine.
Even if we take the L, I'd rather lose early in the season than late in the season.
Yes.
But I like this because I think, again, the media is kind of helping the Lions here. They're looking out. Because now we can go back to playing the underdog shtick.
Yeah.
Now we can go back to, they didn't believe in us. Oh, look at that. They think they're only going to win 9 games. Oh, they think you're going to lose to a rookie quarterback. I know we did the breakdown on LNU with Chef yesterday, and I found myself saying for a lot of these games, like, yeah, the Lions are going to want to get a lick back here. And it's funny because this is a team coming off of a 15-win season. But that's what Dan Campbell does with these guys. So giving them more motivation of people not believing in them or them being the underdog or not good enough to test this mighty schedule the NFL has put in front of them, I think that's going to help them. That's something they're going to buy into all season.
I definitely think I'm probably being a little too biased looking at these games, like win, because there are some tough ones in there. And a lot of them are on the road. Like last year, 8 of the home road games, last year, 3 of the road games were outside. This year we got 8 of them things.
Yeah.
That's crazy fucking difference. Mm-hmm. But again, the bulk of them, the ones that you want early are early. And they have a pretty good stretch going in the back half too, to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and somebody, Easy E313 says, Valenti and Rico clowning y'all 13-14 win-picking MFs. Well, fuck those guys. This is the best team in the NFL when healthy for a reason. They won 15 games last year.
Mike Valenti, who wanted to fire Dan Campbell?
Yeah.
That same guy? That guy that was clowning Dan Campbell? The same 2 that were clowning Andy Hutchinson?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're laughing at me?
Yeah.
We're probably right.
Yeah, they're judging the Lions already. I will give you the some game. When we did it yesterday, Eagles on the road. That's a loss. I'm going to chalk that up as a loss. Chiefs on the road. That's a loss. I'm going to chalk that up as a loss. I flip-flopped on the Bengals Ravens. Ravens on the road. That's a loss. Chalk that up as a loss. Other than those 3 games, really, you're going to sit there and look at me and say, oh, guys that picked them to, I don't know, beat the teams in the division that they're 11-1 against in the past 2 years, or beat the mighty Los Angeles Rams on the road, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they come to Ford Field. Those games, you have to pick them to lose a couple of those because 13 wins is ridiculous. No, it's not. You won 15 games last year. You're one of the best football teams in the NFL. That's reasonable. You're going to go out there and you're going to do that because you got better. Because you're getting healthier. Because Hutch is going to come back and he's going to be just fine. So,
Dad's home.
Fear-mongering or being like, oh, no, you can't pick 13 or 14 wins. Why would you do that? Because we won 15 last year. You're one of the best teams in the league. I'm not just going to pick them to lose on the road to the Rams or lose at home to your precious Giants because you think it's funny. No. Sorry. Like I said, Baltimore on the road, loss. Fine. Eagles on the road, loss. Fine. What was the other one? Kansas City on the road, loss. Fine. And if you want to argue one more, 2 more between Washington or you drop one at home you're not supposed to, that's fine. That still puts you at the very minimum 12. So saying like 13 or 14 is laughable is just whatever, man.
I guess how everything shakes out health-wise. Like, if we're able to stay healthy, I'm fairly confident that the Detroit Lions are going to win 11 and 12 games at the minimum. Nick, what are you smacking your mic for?
Got a little fly flying around in here.
Yeah,
dude.
I
It's
said
terrible.
He was
but-
looking like
I got him at 13.
Cat in there.
I
Yeah.
got him at 13.
I-
And if you think like 13 is ridiculous, but 12 and 11 is super reasonable, then shut up, dude. That's
Yeah,
such a
it's fine.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. And there you get
that.
paid to stir up drama and take
Very
calls.
He tried
That's
defending
literally
that
what it is.
Nico Harrison trade, by the way, too. Same guy.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely ridiculous. You got a 49er fan, a Giant fan, and a Steeler fan, but two of those guys being from Detroit. I don't want to hear your opinion, to be quite frank.
bars.
Damn. That was a dunk.
Good shit, Nick.
Gotcha. Yeah, 9 wins. This guy's, whoever wrote this story is on the Lamar Odom
Yeah, I gotta
treatment.
find that.
He is on crack! This is insane. The Lions are not
Who was
winning
on
9.
crack?
Yeah, the Lions, if they went 9 and 8, this would be a complete failure.
Yes.
I know we have the toughest schedule out there, and it's full of playoff teams. But this team is battle-tested. They're going to be healthier. And do not forget about all of the all-pros, not just Pro Bowlers, not good players, all pros on this team that are all young and ascending at the same time. I know we lost both coordinators, but this team is going to be just fine going into this season. And I trust in Dan Campbell to, help this transition go very smoothly.
Yeah, the thing, too, is like half the teams that you're worried about playing are the Ravens, the Bengals. But that's something the entire NFC North has to go through.
And those teams are worried about playing the Lions. Maybe not the Ravens, but the Bengals and the Chiefs and the Eagles will say they won't, but they are, because the Lions are one of the best teams in the National Football League. So expecting them to beat other good teams isn't lunacy or isn't crazy. It's how it works. Like, you guys say, those fucks say that you got to be better than that as Detroit fans. You got to demand success, demand excellence. You're at the big boy table now. You have to demand this. But expecting you to hang with the big dogs is lunacy or laughable. Like, get over yourself, man. Have an actual take and stick to it. I think the Lions are good enough to hang and bang with anybody in the National Football League, because when healthy, I believe they got the best roster in the league. I'm going to stick with that. So going in to Cincinnati, yeah, Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, they're very good players. T. Higgins, great player. The Lions have more good players. The Lions have more all-pros. The Lions have more playmakers. And they got a defense. So I don't want to hear it, man. I'm sorry. These teams aren't just insurmountable because, oh no, we're the Lions. We have to cower and act like we can't beat them. Fuck that, dude. We're just as good as any of these fucking teams.
Exactly, and our game travels on the road where maybe, your cadence is a little bit messed up because of the crowd noise, whatever it is. This team runs the rock at an elite level, like flat out. This team can run behind Gibbs. They can run behind Monty.
And they take the rock away.
Exactly. We were going to have the league leader in sacks last year, right? We also had the league leader in interceptions in Kirby Joseph. To act like saying 12, 13, 14 wins is insane. You don't know this team.
Yeah.
You flat out don't. And yeah, we have a tough ass schedule, but I think it'll ultimately be good for this team. And I think just the 9-8 report is insane.
I just
That's
don't.
Fine,
crazy.
I'm going to read it.
I don't see how you're just 6 wins worse. Like, that's where I get it. Like, okay, if you want to say this division's tougher, sure. If you want to say losing coordinator, sure. If you want to say tougher schedule, sure. I can agree with all of those things being factors. But that does not add up to 6 losses with a healthy defense and an improved offense and a young team, a young nucleus that you can expect most of those players to remain at the level they were at last year or improve.
Yeah.
Or improve. So I don't look at this I don't look at this season as something where you can get 6 extra losses. I don't think you get under 10 wins unless something catastrophic happens. I don't see a world in which this team doesn't win 12 games. Are they going to win 15? Probably not, but I can't see them winning below 12 or 11. I can't do it. I think this team is too good. I think the only time you see this team lose is when they play out of their element, and that is very rare. Dan Campbell always has them playing Lions ball. You can look at 1 or 2 games a year where they slip up and they maybe get out of their element. Maybe they pass too heavy or turn the ball over a lot. But for the most part, this team has an identity, and that identity and consistency will carry you throughout a season, no matter how tough the opponent is. And they got the talent to match it.
And I really don't think they're going to get cute very often this year. Like, I think when you look at giving Hank Fraley the raise and the promotion, bringing in David Shaw, bringing in Johnny Morton, Dan Campbell's obviously going to have a bigger role with the offense, just based on Ben Johnson leaving and how big of a role that he's leaving. I think they're just going to say, bread and butter, we're butter and bread. We're running the ball, stop it. And then we're going to take shots down the field. I don't think we're going to see a lot of the cutesy shit because they don't have to do that. They know they don't have to do that. And they're kind of scoring. I think they're going to be a little scoring from last year and learn from the mistakes they made down the stretch.